Can you tell me just more about the challenge of your church's old phone system before you started using Talk in Church? What was it like? What were you guys using and what was your experience using it?
It was probably 2018 when we first started using Text in Church. And before that, we did like a phone tree. You had a certain time limit that you could talk, and it always had like this weird jingle at the beginning. And we found out that people would hear the jingle and they'd be like, because you could see how many people were like listening for 3 seconds through the jingle and hanging up. Once we replaced it, then we kind of expanded like, oh, like there's a lot of options of what we could do with this and how many things we could use it for in the groups and all this stuff. It's like leaps and bounds better, obviously, than the phone tree.
Do you remember a specific moment when you realized that Talk in Church was making a difference?
Specifically for like Celebrate Recovery, a lot of our leaders were like, we don't want to give out our personal cell number. So it's been helpful to have that connection, but it's also a disconnect from too close of their own personal things in life as far as like ability to get a hold of somebody with no limitations. And so it's been nice because we've had that, and they can text in and they can call and we can send them messages and all kinds of stuff. So there's a little bit of a distance that you can put between that. It's not your personal home number, but it is still available to you. So it is connection.
That's super impactful, especially just like Celebrate Recovery and being able to like provide that level of support in that way is huge. When looking into Talk in Church, what specifically stood out?
Well, I think we had seen the benefits of Text in Church working for us. And so I think the benefits of like direct communication, and they could leave a message or you could be immediately talking back. That's been nice because we can get right back with somebody and, you know, be able to communicate with them immediately. Or if they call, we can text them back. So it's nice to be able to have the option to call them back or to text them back and say, hey, let me give you a call in a few minutes, or this is what's going on. And then also the ability to have it pop up as a separate number and not show up as your cell number when you're calling. That's been pretty handy too.
So if you were chatting with a friend, another church leader somewhere, a church down the road, and they were considering Talk in Church, what would you tell them? Like if they're like, I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence. Like, is this something that I should do? What would you say?
Probably that if you would like to make ministry and communication more simple and more available to you, that would be one of the best options. I think nowadays, things that make it easier to do what we do and can streamline and can make it less of a headache is always beneficial. I'm usually the one out there cheering on Text in Church and Talk in Church, telling like everybody, you need this, trust me, it will make your life easier.